This is a repair of a brushless motor on a racing drone, carbon fiber. This brushless motor is broken, and the very first thing is to there's a little Allen key that you need to screw off. This is just to see if there's something wrong inside it. So after unscrewing the Allen key, you can pull it off. There's strong magnets there, so it just pops off like that. You can see this is the thread where you put on the propeller, and there's a little Allen key. You just have to turn it until you can see it there. You can see it there. So just turn it, and then use an Allen key, you can take it off. When you're examining the motor, you can identify that there's some broken wires there. So this motor was not working. It wasn't spinning. It was kind of moving back and forth, but it wasn't spinning at all. And you can see clearly there's the broken wires on top of that. So now I flipped it over. I'm using Allen keys, just taking off the motor, taking off all those bolts there, and just taking off all 4 of them. So this is the motors removed, and it's already been soldered. So I'm taking a tool to cut the wires and connecting them the same way. So they're just 3, 1, 2, 3, and they go into the electronic speed controller. The electronic speed controller is okay. I'm just replacing the motor. I was able to find the motors on eBay for about $30 for all 4 of the motors. So now I'm just stripping out each of those wires from the electronic speed controller so that I can solder on the new motor. Now I'm putting heatsink on each of those wires so that when you solder the connection, you can just use the heat shrink wrap to make a good connection. And you're just soldering the leftmost wire, and then you'll do the center and then the right one. And if it doesn't spin the right way, you can always reverse one of those wire leads to make it spin the right direction. So I'm just putting a little bit of solder. Do that with all 3. Then after, use a hot air gun to shrink the shrink wrap there. If you don't have shrink wrap, you can always use electrical tape. But shrink wrap this makes it look nice, makes it waterproof there. So I'm just testing it. You can see it's spinning the right direction. One's going clockwise, one's going counterclockwise. They're just going in towards each other. So after you test that the motor's working, just reattach the screws. Make sure everything's on snug, because you don't want it to become loose when you're flying. I had the metal shaft there of one motor fall off, so sometimes I put a little bit of hot glue in the middle shaft there, just in case that the propeller goes flying off, that the motor shaft doesn't fly off as well. Make sure everything's snug. Again, if you have more, you can go to nuisanceelectronics.com, scroll on over and check out my repair blog. Okay? Talk to you next time.